Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to the show, and welcome James from
Hello.
Jay's Vape Reviews. He's joined me again tonight, becoming regular.
Yeah. I quite
Evening,
enjoy it, to be fair.
evening, Manic. And you're in chat as well, evening. Say evening to you twice. Evening, Andy. Manic again, you again. Simon, good evening, Simon. Andy, Manic, and Daniel, good evening, Daniel. All good this end. That's always nice to know, Daniel. We're not echoey, we're not we're not spluttery, we're all good.
So I think we're all good. We're all smooth.
All smooth. Grumpy old vapor, good evening. I hope you're not going to be as grumpy tonight, Grumpy. You were grumpy last week.
I'd say Keith, you're all right, Ian.
Now, Keith, I got a message from Keith earlier. And we all knew he had backache last week. I think he's got toothache to go with it. So, you've got two of the worst things you can have, Keith. That must
He'll
make.
drop whiskey. I'll soon sort that out.
Hey, I don't think he does whiskey. He should do. Malt whiskey,
Yeah.
single malt.
Single malt, a little bit dab on it, job done.
You ain't
Or a
got to
glass.
drink it. You ain't got to drink it, actually. That's what I did. Just swig it in your mouth, hold it there for a few minutes and get rid of it. Spit it out. I didn't spit it out, but you can.
You can't. It's a waste of single malt.
Dion, good evening. Coil. Oh, they're still going to call it Coil Proby because that's how I know him. It's Coil, but I don't know. Why did you get rid of Proby again, Coil? Coil Proby. I knew what I meant. And above the clouds, good evening. Lynn, good evening, Lynn. I see, Lynn, you ordered. What did Lynn order the other day? He ordered I think it was the Reload mouth to lung tank. So let us know how you got on with that, Lynn. That'd be nice to hear. And Laurie's back in South Africa. So I hope you had a good trip, Laurie. Laurie was desperate to get her bits and pieces before she flew. She wanted the easy mod, which I said I would check and make 100% sure it was alright, and I forgot, so I'm sorry, Laurie, but I do happen to know that it was fine anyway. Daniel, I think everyone else is, just saying hello to each other, I think so. Yeah. So, James, what are you vaping on tonight? Tell everyone.
Well, tonight I've got the Paranormal DNA 250C with the Valerian 2 on top, and in that I've got some Bones Scully gum, which is quite nice. It's a blackcurrant bubble gum. It's quite pleasant. It's made by the same guys that do Wick-Liquor.
Right. I just remembered I haven't sent you that e-liquid.
No, you haven't.
Kenya. Sorry, Laurie. Kenya.
And I tried something different because I've had the tank knocking about for a bit. So I thought I'd try it on this, and I think it's going to stay on it. But I've got the Easy Mod. And I've got the Hell Beast on it with a 1.8 Nautilus coil in it.
Right, yep.
And it looks really nice on there with the black drip tip. It's all matchy.
It is matchy, yeah. Looks good.
And I got some Diamond Mist Blueberry Nick Salts in that, 20 milligram.
Yep.
And then finally we come on to the Disco mod. I got the Fush
with the Fusion. There were some problems with those, the early ones, weren't there?
Achrome. Yeah, this is the second version. It's really good. I actually really enjoy it. It's a little bit of a gimmick, but it's quite nice.
Believe it or not.
I've got the Rebirth on top of that, and I've got some digestive custard in that. And when that runs out, it's going to be banana custard, because there's only a little dribble left of that.
Oh, there is, yeah. That looked quite thin, actually.
No, it's 70-30.
70-30, is that?
Yeah, the house is warm.
Right, Subvapes, good evening. Who else? Salford, good evening, Salford. I missed your show last Friday. I'll try and pop. It is Friday, isn't it, David? I'll try and pop on, and I missed it. I can't remember why I couldn't get on there now, but I did. Justin, good evening. Ian Morgan, I think I said hello to. Subvapes, 1 or 2 in chat. Kieran as well. 1 or 2 in chat tonight. How new we got? 30. Excellent stuff. We're calling me 30 anyway.
Don't forget to smash that thumbs up, guys. It really helps the channel.
Well, they might not like it yet. There's 7 of them have already.
Of course they like it. They're here.
So what am I vaping on? I'm vaping on, well, funnily enough, I'm on the Easy Mod as well. Still actually the prototype that I'm using here. So I should really convert to the actual
retail version.
production one. Yeah. Hmm.
I thought you took that to bits.
No, that's another one. That's here. Hang on.
That's another one you took to bits to see how it went together. Still in bits.
That was a production one I took to bits, actually. Yeah, I've got the Purity Plus on there. Enjoying this tank. That's good. What else am I on? I've been using this a lot the last few days. The Artery Nugget, all in one with its little pop-up tank.
Like that.
Yeah, I've been really enjoying it. I've tried the rebuildable head, which is here. That's the one you do yourself, and I'm trying the stock coils because I want to try and do a review for it tomorrow. So I want to try both coils so I can hand on heart say, it's all very well trying it with the rebuildable head, but we need to know what these stock coils are like. They're the seagrass, they call them. That's the point.
Those are the ones with the weird wicking, aren't they?
Yeah, seagrass, and I'm trying the 1.4 version, that one. So, yeah, and what else? And in my pocket, that's never far away. Hang on, there's a little front flap I got on my trousers. keep my easy. Keep my True Tank and the little Tackett Mini.
Tackett Mini. I like that. It's cute as a
I do. Like this little Tackett Mini is a cute little thing. Yeah, they're really good. Just an 18350 with a little safety chip in the top.
Yeah.
And that's about it. I've got one or two other bits and pieces laying about here, but that's pretty much all I'm vaping. Flavour wise, I didn't tell you, did I? I've got the mango, peach and papaya in there. I've got the black currant, raspberry and lime in there.
Sounds yummy.
And I've got the black currant, raspberry and lime in there as well. So only 2 flavours tonight. What else have we got in chat? In where? In chat. What's in chat? Sorry?
AVC's in.
Yeah, I said hello to Kieran. Yeah, I was speaking to Kieran last night. We had a live chat, and I've sent him off some. Well, someone pinched his True Tank. Can you believe that?
No joking.
No, he left it. I think it was at work, and he left it on the table, and came back and it had gone. So obviously there are some thieves with taste. Laurie says it's much bigger in my little hand. The easy mod, I take it. Only had time to stuff it in the case and run to the airport. How many months have you been here waiting to go back to Kenya, Laurie? And you only last minute panic to pack. Oh right, Lynn. Put Lynn's comment up. It's the second reload RTO I bought. Oh right, sorry Lynn. Must have missed the first one. But you must like them. If you bought 2, you must like it. And Above the Cloud says he loves his Hell Beast. Direct to Lunglow. You're not allowed to eat on the show.
Sweets.
It's
They're addictive, they are. They're blooming orange sherbets and they're just going down really well.
Oh, David, I'm sure that's not true. He said that I didn't miss anything. I'm sure there was points of interest. I always like watching your show. It's good. It's a nice little show. Kieran's done. And you tried your first live as well, didn't you, the other day?
Yeah,
James.
For a long while that was. I just thought I'd try that StreamYard thing out. It worked quite well. I was quite happy with it.
Yeah, I hopped on, didn't I? And it was quite good. My end. It was different to how I do it. Although you invited me in through Skype, it said that I was like waiting. It said I was waiting backstage, waiting to be called on. And I think you just had to press a button and bingo, I arrived.
Yeah, you just showed up in the bottom left and click add to stream and it was like instantaneous. Boom, you're there.
Rickster, good evening. It's been a while. Yeah, well, nice to see you back. So it's been that long, is it? I'm sure you were on the other week. Oh, Kieran, really? No mermaids were hurt whilst making the seaweed coils. Yeah, that's very good. Kieran's got his sense of humour tonight. Ian Morgan ordered the Nightmare RDA last night. What's the Nightmare RDA?
I've seen that.
No, I haven't.
I'm gonna have to Google that.
Ian Morgan, he's always, right up to the date on his RDAs and things. So, And Kieran, he said left it on the table outside the coffee shop. Walked off, came back, it was gone. My True and one of my Picos. So yeah, obviously, as I say, some thief had decent taste. Yeah, Laurie was in the UK for 6 months. So she had 6 months to pack, and it was all the last minute rush. Evening, Pav. Nice to see you. And the rest is just in chat. And Asphodel, good evening, and Tolmac, good evenings. And Simon, I've already said hello to. So, what's new? What's the latest and greatest? Have you had anything new in your shop arrive?
No, not really. Apart from we had some restocks of like Nords and stuff like that, and what else was there? The new Smock pod thing that's like an RPM but isn't an RPM, little square thing.
They got yet another one.
Yeah, I actually prefer it to the RPM. Takes RPM coils or Nord coils, but it's a little dinky square thing. It's almost like the little like stealth box you've got, like the little Bantam. And you've got a little magnetic tank on the top.
Oh, do you mean the Fetch? Is it the Fetch?
Fetch, that's it. Yeah, the Fetch. That's
I've got one of them here.
That's the one.
Hang on.
It's actually quite decent. I quite like it.
Yeah, it's still in the box.
Yeah, nice little thing. Nice feeling little mod. Nice little screen on it. That's about it, really. Oh, we had the Stan mods in as well, a little bit. To some people, because of the branding on them, but I quite like them.
You had the what? What were they? Sorry.
The Stan mod.
Stan mod.
Yeah, it looks like Spider-Man.
Oh yes, I know what you mean now. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's a bit.
It's a bit close to the thing, but it's actually quite a nice little mod. It's very lightweight, extremely lightweight.
Big D, good evening. Big D Vapes. Did you get your juice, Big D? I did send it to you. I forgot you, but I remembered the important man, James.
I see. Favouritism, that is.
I am sorry. Rickster. What's Rickster put? I'm squonking on the top side light with the Pyro V3 RDTA. Pyro, that's quite an old one now, but they weren't bad. Right. Oh, the V3, is that a later one?
Must be. It was the V2, I think.
It's the V2 I had in my head, I think. So
RDTA. It's in there. It's out there in the box, actually, funnily enough.
Nice vape with your NI80 Alien coils. Fully recommend for just a beautiful direct lung. Oh, that's brilliant. I'm glad you like the coils as well. I sent Kieran some coils, and I'll let Kieran speak about my coils when he does his own show or his own review.
Those little mouth to lung coils are great. I love them. I think they're great things.
What, mine?
The little MTL coils, yeah.
Yeah.
Really
we've got
using those.
Several different types, including one quite expensive for what they, for a mouth to lung coil. Which one is it? It's not that one. But I called them on the site actually that this is the 3-core Fuse Clapton 1.16 ohm NI80. Hold it up to the focus.
Nice. I've got them in stainless as well.
I've called that the creme de la creme. No, that's NI80.
NI80 only, is it that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't use those.
You can't use them? There's one or two people
allergic
can't.
To nickel. Allergic to nickel.
We do an awful lot of Canthal now. It's like it's gone full circle. It started.
I can get away with stainless.
Yeah.
I can get away with stainless.
Yeah.
But if I have anything that's like high nickel, no.
Yeah, and there's one or two. Funnily enough, Kieran's the same. He doesn't do NI80 either. He does Canthal or stainless.
Don't get me wrong, I love the vape off it. I just can't use it. I go all blotchy.
Blotchy? What, like hives?
Yeah, my face goes all red and blotchy.
Does it? So what's wrong with mine then? Or is mine high blood pressure? That's trying to get the website done.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Kieran, bless him, yeah, he ordered, and he sent me a message. He said, I've ordered another True Tat. I can't be without it. So yeah, he's ordered another one today, but I'd already sent him his coils and bits. So anyway, it's by the by.
By the by, never mind.
Oh, and Tolmac. But I'm still recovering from my visit to Norfolk. God, you people can drink. Yeah, we can have a bit of a thirst. You got to have a drink. Kieran, that was the fetch. Yeah, it was. Yeah. I think they sent me two, and I don't think I've tried either of them yet. How bad is that? But,
I do prefer the Nord coils. I like the 1.4 Nord coils. I love those little things.
Pav.
I've got a box full in there.
Smock churning out new products, unheard of. That is the problem with Smock. And if you buy like these things, like what was this thing called?
The RPM.
The RPM. If if I'd have stocked a load of them, which I was actually going to stock these, but you just get left with them because they'll bring out the fetch, and then after the fetch it'll be something else.
But one thing they have done, which I quite like, is they all take the same coil.
Yeah, and credit where it's due for that one.
Because used to be, do you remember what Smock was like? They bring out the TF-V8 baby, and then they bring out the TF-V8, and you'd have another 10 different types of coils that you've got to stock because everyone liked a different coil, and they'd have like 6-7 coils for the same thing. And it's like, oh no. Yeah. But at least you can choose between 3 different Nord coils or like 3 different RPM coils, isn't it? You've got that choice.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, and with the RPM they did do them interchangeable, so as you say, you could use either. Rufus, good evening. Yeah, Daniel thought he was alone and been a Pico addict. He's got loads of them. He's always liked the little Pico mods, and they are good. He actually sent
Pico.
I think he was trying to convert me. Where's mine? He sent me one. I think it's downstairs. I think so. I haven't given it away, Daniel. Honestly, I promise I wouldn't do that. Yeah, it must be downstairs. But I use that. Well, Tina and I both use it actually. Salford's been rude in chat. Bog off. He's talking to someone else. Big D.
Well, no, they do the Nord bridge for the billet box, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, we had them. We had, what did I order of those? 100. They're all gone. And I haven't actually as yet replenished that stock. They did an airflow thing for it as well, but it was, in fact, it's here. It's only like a piece of Delrin.
Yeah, I think a little. Yeah, just pushes on the bottom of the coil, doesn't it? And you turn it round.
But I think they wanted something like a $5 for it, and I thought, for a piece of plastic, you can't.
They're tight anyway, aren't they?
Yeah,
they're quite tight drawn anyway.
But I just thought it was a little bit too much money. But it might just be my opinion, but it just seemed a lot to me. What else have we got here? Kieran, he's talking about his Picos. Rickster, yeah, it's the new one, Mark. Yeah, I was thinking of version 2, Rickster. Yeah, I haven't tried the version 3, so yeah. Oh, Big D.
Didn't even know they made a V3.
Not. Yeah, I did see it. Yeah, I'd forgotten this. Trying to keep on top of this industry, and the new releases is a nightmare. Not got the juices yet. Okay. Hopefully we'll get them tomorrow. Be nice to hear what you think. Subvape. Question, I think, coming up for both of us. Naturevape and Jays. Why do a couple of mods limit the loose power quickly? Same batteries. Oh, hang on. Lose. Why do a couple of mods limit the lose? I think it means lose power quickly. Same batteries in another OK. Yeah, I think he means that they.
About battery management. It just depends on the chip, really.
It is the chip, isn't it? It's the chip.
It's down to the chip. and how it uses the power. Anything with a big screen is going to use more power than it, but I mean, it's negotiable amount. It's just how they design the mod, isn't it? You know,
Some do
it's
seem
one of them
more
things.
sort of economical with the
Pokey.
battery, though, don't they? You know, there's some. I'm trying to think of
Yeah,
one that
some of them got.
it was. I know what it was. It was the Smoant I had, and that was a series mod, and that just the batteries just seemed to be gone in no time.
Draining. Yeah.
Yeah,
Parasitic loss, isn't it? Parasitic loss, they call it. Because when it's on standby, I don't like anything you can't turn off normally.
well, the
Unlike
Yeehee
a DNA
chips.
board will always draw it up.
Yeah, the Yeehee chips draw as well, don't they? Even when they're just not being used, they're still drawing some power,
Yeah,
I think,
pretty much
aren't they?
anything that's just got like a lock on it will draw current. But I mean, this is pretty good for draw because you turn that off and it's actually not off as it's just on lock. It goes to sleep.
Yeah, yeah.
A battery in that can last me all day.
Yeah, yeah.
No, which is pretty going for a little device.
I
Like,
would say I've been using this all day, but I have, but I did change the battery before the show.
yeah, yeah.
So I
Just in
can't
case.
I can't show you what I've used. All right, thank you, Kieran. Great mouth to lung selection of coils. Yeah, because that's my sort of my thing in a way. Really, I'm more mouth to lung than anything else. I guess I've stocked the coil or done the coils to suit, but
Yeah, I remember when you used to do the, as you probably still do, the rebuildable Kanga aero tank coils and stuff.
don't even go there. The little pro coils. We
Yeah, the little 1.5 mil with 38
Yeah.
gauge or 40 gauge, and
I make them I make them at the weekend, and they're made with, as you probably know, they're two non-resistant wires, the resistant wire and two more non-resistant wires there. So there's 5 wires in total make that coil.
yeah,
And I make them the weekends because we used to sell bucketfuls, but now it has slowed down. It's old technology when you think about it.
they're still bloody good little vapes though.
Oh, they are. They are. Yeah.
They're cracking.
We've got some people that are just that's what they use. That's what they use. That's what they like. But I think I made over the weekend 20, and on Monday we'd sold 35, and I'm like, oh.
Let's go rush and make some more.
So I didn't
Because I mean,
even
my
have
first
enough.
vape,
Sorry.
my first vape, my first e-cig was, funnily enough, this bad boy, right? This little ego pen, right, with a Smock EBC tank on. If you remember those, the little plastic like ego.
Oh yes, I do. Yeah, I do
Yeah,
remember them.
it used the Kanga coils.
Yeah, yeah.
Used the little Kanga coils, and then I went on from that to a Kanga Tech. It was let me get it. Was it the Aero tank? No, it wasn't. It was the Pro Tank Mini. It was the little slim metal stainless steel one.
Very thin stainless steel.
Yeah, you couldn't turn the airflow on it or anything.
Yeah,
it was just
that's it.
fixed. Like,
Went on
and
the
then they
Ego
brought the
fitting.
Aero Nano V3 out, didn't they?
Yeah, and then where'd it go to after that? That was pretty much it. But they sold so many of those little tanks, didn't they?
Oh, they're great little tank.
We still sell the Smock Arrow tanks, and they were a belting little tank, and still are.
I love the Aero tank.
Yeah.
Might have to get some more again. They're nice for mouth to lung, and if you want a little stop coil, low wattage, like 6 watts or something.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. What's Asphodel saying now? What's he saying? Just seen an adapter pop up in the market for the Nord Pod, and another one for the Vinci range. They give you a 510 port instead of the. Oh, right.
Yes. Yeah. Basically, it's like a pod that goes in. It's got 510 on the top.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So you can just use it like a normal mod.
Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Yeah. Pods, yeah, pods. How did we get talking about pods?
Your fault.
I started it. Yeah, I knew what you meant, Asphodel. RPM Vinci.
Yeah, if you walked around with an aero tank, that's broken. If you walked around with an aero tank on one of them back in the day, you were the bee's knees, weren't you?
Yeah, Joe, we used to sell them.
I got the big one and the small one.
No, we had that one there. Is that the Inikin?
That's the Inikin iTaste 134.
Yeah. We used to sell another version of that, but it was really similar with was like a cage, like the cage mod. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Smock did one, and it was like it was almost like a mech, wasn't it, with a bit of thing to it. Yeah, I know the one you mean.
Yeah. And Rickster, really good. Got the T-shaped honeycomb airflow. I don't usually vape RDTAs, but squonking it basically get 12 ml of juice. Yeah, I'll have to have a look at that.
And the beauty about doing it that way, if it's an RDTA, is you don't forget to squonk because you can see how much is in the tank.
No, that is the. I think we've all done that, haven't we? That's why really, in a way, it amazes me more people don't use temp control with squonking, because you know you can't always remember.
I've tried it, but it's just not for me. It's not my.
For you.
I know where I am with wattage.
Oh, there you go. Keith has put on a comment about it. A mate of mine likes Yeehee. His eat batteries. Yeah, they do. I mean, I like the Yeehee chip to vape on. I find it a nice chip to vape on. But battery management, they do seem to rip through the batteries fairly.
I think DNA got the best battery management. I think.
Yeah, I wouldn't entirely disagree. Asphodel Mooch had some nice explanations as to why all these mods do take some power all of the time, even when they're off. Oh, right, okay, well, Mooch he does good stuff. Mooch is a good authority on batteries and battery management. Big D, what's he put on here that he's enjoying? I'm loving the Aspire Mulus 18650 kit. They're bringing out an RBA, but great how you get the coil adapter with a choice of various coils in the box. Aspire isn't a company I've ever really stocked, I'll be honest, and not really for any reason. I think I've always gone away from the norm, and I think Aspire was a bit like Smock. You know, with the Nautilus. I probably should have stocked the Nautilus, but I didn't. I never liked the
Nautilus.
Sorry?
I love my Nautilus.
And you're not alone. There's a lot of people like the Nautilus, but whether it was because I got the early one or I don't know, but the coil, to me, tasted tainted. I still had that, I call it the taste of China. Well, I do, but they're probably better now. And you know, I tried it and thought, no, I'm not stocking that. I've always been a bit pernickety as to what I stock. Always have.
They have got better, but they do take a lot of soaking to get them going.
Breaking in, yeah.
Breaking in. Well, I just used to sit them in a little tub and fucking fill them with juice, like let them soak in.
Drain them off.
Just let them sit there and soak in. Let them soak in, then you go, it's back to everything. Every little drop has got it, like, you know?
Yeah, and Ian Morgan, his opinion, DNA and Dicos are the best chips for battery management. Yeah, I've never had a mod with a Dicos chip in it. Have you?
I've done a bit of fixing to Dicos mods. The chips are quite expensive. They're like 89 quid for the chip.
Expensive, but I'd never actually tried them. And I should really.
They are nice to vape on. The power curve on them is really nice. Yeah. For mouth to lung, they're great.
Kieran says, YouTube notification, Naturevape is live, only 22 minutes late. Well, it arrived in the end. A bit like British Rail, they get there in the end. ProTank Mini. I feel nostalgic now. Yeah, they were the Kanga ProTank. Yeah. Good. Grumpy old vapor, 30mm tank on a Nord.
Yeah, because I went to a ProTank 3, I think it was, on an MVP2.
Right. Yeah.
After I went from that.
That's the cage mod, wasn't it? That was the proper, like, side-by-side one.
No, it's the square blocky one that had the USB socket in the bottom so you could charge stuff off it.
Yeah, but I thought, didn't that have like a wrap round where the tank went?
No.
No? Which one am I thinking of?
Didn't. The MVP2 went on the top. It had the button on the thumb fire.
Was it the MVP3 then I'm thinking about?
No, the MVP3 was a big square block as well. I've got a gold one somewhere.
Which one am I thinking of? because some
You
people.
thinking of the Tesla Stealth or something like that?
No, it wasn't Tesla. No, it was no. I thought it was the MVP range because there was some people. Some people cut that cage off.
I know which one it was. It was the Inakin VTR you're thinking of.
Yes,
the big
correct.
One. Yeah,
it was.
Because it came in like camo green, didn't it?
You know you've upset Kieran now, don't you? He was typing it. As you said it. I'll guarantee you. Yeah, Matt Benson. Evening all. Is Jay on a dial-up or just a dodgy cam? You do keep going a bit out of focus. I don't know why.
How's it going? It might be my camera. My software's still like they've taken that app off the thing, so it might be that.
Oh, is
I
it?
am on wireless. It's usually pretty good, like.
Your other half isn't watching films, is she? Tell her she'll have to wait.
No, let me just. If that's using internet, so it's only this that's on. And chat.
Oh my word! This is worth reading. I've just started reading it. Asphodel again. I did something even worse. 28.5mm RDA triple coil on top, all side. It's a Camry K1000E pipe. My first vape. It worked, but there's nothing as silly as that. Do you remember the Camry?
Yeah, I can imagine. K1000, you say?
You ain't got one there,
Is that
have
the
you?
one that possibly like this one?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Cool, you are pixelated. I don't know what's going wrong with your camera.
Yeah, I don't know. It's all right this end, isn't it? It seems smooth and everything here.
Yeah, it's going very pixelated. I don't know why. You got heavy rain your way or anything?
It's cold outside.
Rickster, this one's worth putting up. Look at this. Gotta say, your blackjack juice is bloody addictive. My other half vapes that all the time. Yeah, it's not our best seller, to be honest, Rickster. I like it as well.
It's a bit of an acquired taste, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is. It's a bit like Marmite, but if you do like it, I think you're well into it. But it's
I like a blackjack occasionally.
yeah, it's nice.
I don't know, a seed, like a proper green fairy tasting one.
Yeah, cool. You have gone. Even your voice went there a bit. Grumpy old vapor DNA replay for squonking. Well, I reckon Norfolk's slow. What's the matter with your internet?
I don't know what's going on with it. It's been fine all day.
Yeah, it's really.
It's been fine the other day, isn't it?
Really grainy.
It's not Skype wanting to update or something stupid, is it?
Pav. Hopefully it'll clear in a minute. It's all right at the start, wasn't it? Do you remember the Vamo? Yeah, I do. People are asking, why do I vape on a lightsaber when I got my V3 Vamo out? Yeah, oh my God, he's got a Vamo as well. There's the Vamo.
Of course they are.
God, there's frog.
Got a history shelf, mate. History shelf.
Yeah, the Vamo. It's bad as having Chunk on the show. If you ever spoke to Chunk?
Yeah.
Whatever you mention, he rustles round his tin and he's got one. Matt Benson, TC and squonking does work, but if you get any liquid in the 510, it doesn't work. Yeah, I suppose that is.
Yeah, messes with the resistance.
Yeah. What's that? Coiled Proby. On a way to build next Stera of vertical single coil mouth to lung RDTA tank. I think it's a throwback. Don't know what that one is. Tolmac. Now there's a problem with this, Tolmac, and the problem being Naturevape. So who won, the Canaries or Arsenal? I got out of town quick on Sunday. I've got a feeling it was a draw. But the problem with that comment is I don't follow football. I know most do, but I don't. I'm not a football follower at all. So, but I think it was a draw. I think I did hear on the radio it was a draw. Kieran, a good old Vamo's modern weapon all in one. Yeah, that's right. Oh, and Tolmac, he still uses the OG Nautilus.
The original one, yeah. The big one.
Yeah.
With the cage on it that made it look like a lighthouse.
Yeah. That's it, Rickster, Nautilus Cage Classic. Yeah. Aaron thinks that the DNA mods are best for battery life. Yeah, so he's pretty much agreeing with me, or with us.
Yeah, I think I've got to agree with that.
Yeah. And what's John of the Island? Welcome, John. Edie, Mark and Jay ordered an early Christmas present. E-Source, 18650, 2650, DNA 75C, but struggling to get my head around eScribe. I'm not the best person to ask about eScribe, but what do you like with eScribe?
I've tinkered a bit, but not much. I just set the wattage to what I want it to, and that's it.
I pretty much do as well. But
just leaving wattage mode. Quite lazy.
Yeah, I pretty much do as well. But there's, there is a lot you can do with it, including putting your name across the screen and everything else. But it's something I'm mainly. Well, I think you can get it on Mac now, can't you? But it used to be just Windows.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does work.
When it was just Windows, I've always had a Mac, so I never really did get into it.
Yeah.
And Lynn says the Nautilus Mini is what she used when she started vaping. Yeah, a lot of people did. That Nautilus tank, they sold it by the bucketful, didn't they?
It's just classic, isn't it? It's a classic tank. And even now, still, we've had them at work and they've sold out quick. Like, when they come up, sometimes they like aspire or find a pile of them and just get rid of them. Like, and you're like, oh, I'll have some of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Pav. Yeah, I remember that. Which one looked like the grenade?
That was the Cool Fire 2.
Was it?
The Cool Fire 2.
Right. Okay. Oh, there you go. In a Cool Fire 2 Manic.
There's one due at my house, landing my house in the next couple of days, and a VTR.
Really?
Yeah.
And Kieran G's first ever vape was an Ego with a CE2 tank. I was talking to Kieran last night, as I mentioned earlier, and I think Kieran said he'd been vaping now for, was it 9 years? I think it's 9 years. It's a long time.
Back in the day.
Yeah, a long time those. Daniel.
He probably remembers punching cartos.
yeah, I did that as well. The Kangaroo tanks and Mark's coils get me off the cigs in a week. Still using the same coils nearly 5 years later. And I can vouch for that. Daniel does order about, I would say every couple of months, he orders 6 of those coils. He loves them. He doesn't use them exclusively, but they're part of his rotation. He does a bit of direct lung vaping, but when he's mouth to lunging, he'll very often use those coils. And I get beaten up by Daniel on the phone about those coils. Don't ever stop doing those coils. And Rixley, yeah, you're quite right. That's never a truer word spoken. Whatever got us off those stinkies, yeah, and it was whatever worked for you.
And when they changed from silica to cotton, it was a game changer, wasn't it? Do you remember?
Well, yeah, I mean, it was. I think we were one of the first to embrace cotton, because silica, silica.
Silica, yeah.
I never did like, and what frightened me one day was when I got, and I think that was a Kanga little coil, and I got the wick and got it in my fingers with a bright light behind it, and I went like that, and
disintegrated.
The bits of fibre were like floating everywhere. I thought, I know that it's wet, and in theory that shouldn't go in your lungs.
Yeah, but it's not a good idea, is it?
No, and I didn't like it. Tolmac, so who won Norwich or Arsenal? Sorry, I'm a rugby man myself. Yeah, well, I am as well. I like the rugby as well. Rugby and cricket, they're my two. What's that? Salford? Still sell the K1? Oh, yes, they do. Yeah, I've seen it.
You can still find them.
You can still find them, can't you? Actually, it's now a good time to. I showed you a picture of this, didn't I? I've still got this pipe thing in my head, and the kind of thing that. Tell me, everyone, what you think of this. type in good or bad, and this is just a rough idea of the kind of pipe I've got in mind, and obviously the tank would go here, so it'd be cut off. This is just a generic picture of a pipe, but that sort of shape, I think would look very good. So put good or bad.
It's sort of similar to the vape only one, but different, isn't it? It's not quite as deep, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
not as high.
I think that's the sort of shape that would work well. And Salford's in chat. He's a pipe man. It'd be interesting to see what he says. Pav says it was 2-2. I thought it was a draw. Arsenal and Norwich. Canaries. Was it Delia said, "Come on, let's be having you," when she was drunk in the stands. Let's be having you. And Rickster says that your pixelated picture looks like you got more hair.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it.
Pav's a gooner.
Right,
So Arsenal, he's a gooner. It might be better if the window is smaller. Are you talking about for Jay? I don't think it makes any difference if you're talking about the chat. I think the signal's the signal. So we're okay this end, but I don't know why.
I wonder if it's due to the fact it's just really cold outside. All the wires are contracting, aren't they?
I don't know. Yeah.
Could be messing with the resistance or something.
There was me. Can I let you do a load of talking tonight and give me a night off? Over to you, chaps. And Matt, he says that let's put that one up. He said that Matt Benson, Dicos blows DNA out of the water. 12-volt output from a single battery and smoother AC output improves the efficiency. I'm going to have to try one with that chip. How can I comment if I haven't tried one? So I need to buy one. But obviously I'll offset that against expenses. I could buy the pipe, couldn't I? That's got one. That's got Dicos chip in, isn't it? Is it the Yogs? Yoggy?
Yeah, the Yogs. Yeah. Yoggies. Yeah. Got Dicos in it. I think the cheapest ones to get are the what are they called? I'll have to Google it now.
Oh, don't! We'll lose you altogether. Yeah, that's right, Pav. Yeah.
The Danny box. The Danny box. One of the Danny boxes or something like that.
Yeah, they're nice as well, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, nice looking.
Chunk normally has some old gear that he's often improved with nail polish. I couldn't believe that. I had a really long conversation with Chunk about how he does. How he painted his mods, and I said, "So what paint did you use then, Chunk?" He said, "Nail polish." He said, "I went into Poundland and just bought a load of cheap nail polish." So it's quite a good idea.
I've done stuff like that before because once it goes off, it's solid, and as long as you've got a good key, it'll stick to anything.
Yeah,
it's a bit like the old umbrella enamel paint, isn't it? It sticks like the proverbial to the proverbial. There.
Yeah, I remember that. Can you still get that, or they made it illegal or something through?
Was that Humbrol? Yeah, you can still buy Humbrol. It's not as good as it used to be, though.
Yeah, I bet they changed.
To spend half an hour stirring it.
And Rickster says that the menu is a bit of a pain to get around on the Dicos. And
yeah, because it's all on one button.
Yeah. So
you like the Mod 101?
Sorry?
You like the Mod 101 from EH Pro? It's all on one button.
Yeah. Got to put this one up. How would you pronounce that? Erskine, I suppose, isn't it? Erskine Vapor. Can't put my true tank down these days. Love it. Superb. Music to my ears. That's nice. And it's nice as well. I mean, Kieran, how long's Kieran had his true tank? I sent him that for review. And he's had it all this time. It's still being used. And when did we release the true tank?
Year and a half ago?
I bet it's a year ago. It's more than that, probably.
About a year and a half, and it's about a year and a half, yeah.
About a year. It's a year and a bit, possibly. And, it's still... It's stood the test of time, hasn't it? Which is nice.
It's got to be about a year and about 2 or 3 months, at least. Just thinking back when I got mine, and I got mine quite a few months after it was released.
Did you?
Yeah.
Didn't I send you one?
No.
That was mean of me.
I bought one.
Well, that was more profitable for me, but that was mean of me.
Yeah.
Oh, Matt Benson, Rickster, but I don't mean a PC to set it up probably. Just takes a little bit getting used to. Oh, right, okay. It's talking about eScribe, I guess.
Yeah.
And Grumpy says plenty of YouTube. Yeah, and there are. YouTube's your source of information, really, isn't it? There's plenty there to learn about it. Rickster, small learning curve, although DNA 250C is much easier. You got a few mods with DNA 250s, haven't you, Jay?
There's one.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's right enough.
It's 250C. Lovely bit of kit.
Yeah.
Bit of a lump, but it's solidly made. I like Lost Vape's good stuff. It's really nice.
Yeah, we had a few issues with them. I think they went through a batch where panels didn't quite line up.
Yeah, the panels weren't quite right.
Yeah, and they're a lot of money, and quite rightly we sold them, and people sent them back and said, "I'm not for the money I paid. I don't expect this." And I guess fair enough. They were a lot of money. It's not that they were spending sort of 45 quid, is it?
A lot of that was down to when they were shipped with the temperatures changing, because I had a couple that people had brought to me that they'd have issues with, and I just sort of like bent them a little bit with me, just give them a little bit of a tease with the old thumbs, finger and thumbs, and they went back together. Little bit of warming on a radiator, and then just give them a little bit of a tweak, and they were fine.
Keith and Pav talking about football, new managers. And we're down into the pipes. Andy Harris, oh yeah, I'd love a pipe. But Andy, would you like that? Oh, he's put good underneath it. Lynn has put good. Erskine Vapor good. Albert good. Aaron good. Pav good. Good if it has good coils. Yeah, no, Salford, you've missed the point. The point is you put an RTA on it. Not have it cut off. So, hang on, see if I can do this. Here's one I made earlier. Cut it off about where that line is. If you can see the line. Can you see the line?
Yeah.
Just
have a 510
and
there.
that would have the 510 there, and then your 22 or 23 mil RTA would fit above it, and then your drip tip on top. That was my thought. So I didn't make that clear, did I? And obviously David is old, and it takes. Sorry, David. Kieran says he needs to grow a beard first. You don't need a beard for a pipe. It's your sit beside your chair, watch the telly. How comfortable is that without the need to go like that? And it's just at the side of the mouth. Asphodel, a bit on the classic side for me. I prefer them all modern and or special look. Fair enough. That's why I asked the question. I didn't ask the question just for all the love comments. I genuinely want to know.
Yeah.
And Matt says it looks similar to the Yogg's pipe. Not really. The Yogg's pipe is a bit more fluted, isn't it? I think, from memory.
A bit more of a flute.
Good. You'd need a stand, or could it? Yeah, that's a very good point. Sub vapes, very good point. Grumpy, about to pick up a Nara Wood 18350 Filipino pipe. Well, I'd like to see a picture of that.
I tell you what is really nice. I always fancied one of the Limelight pipes. They're really nice. The mech ones.
Sorry, I was listening, but I wasn't listening because I was reading what Asphodel's put. And can I post a picture here? You can send me a picture, and I might be able to put it up. Send it to... What's the easiest way? I don't know. I can put it on the phone anyway. Send it to my... Should I put my number? My number's pretty readily available anyway, isn't it? So let's put it on here. If you've got WhatsApp, send it to that number, and I'll just hold it up to the screen. So that would be the way round that. Now I've lost my place. How far off was I? God, it's a long way back.
You were back a bit.
Oh my word! Need to grow a beard. There you go. I caught up. Where are we? Can I post a picture? There you go. Rickster tried the Horizon Falcon V2 today, but had more air than me after a sesh on Sunday dinner sprites.
Yeah, it's a very airy tank. You've got to really run it quite hard, but it's quite a nice tank. The flavour off it's pretty decent.
Yeah.
But you can always turn the down and half the airflow, can't you?
I think that's a good call, Rufus. That one, the Danny Box 21700. That's quite a good call. I quite like the mini one that they do as well. I like small ones.
Yeah.
Keith, I've never tried a pipe, only once when my granddad let me have a go. It was all downhill after that, Keith. So let me guess, he went out of the room and you had a puff on his pipe.
Knocking on my vapes over Cat. Cat's come up to say hello and she's knocking everything over with a freaking tail. Yeah. Little shit.
Salford's got a message for you. Jay, your box was picked up yesterday, so you should be able to track it now.
Nice one, dude. Cheers, man.
That
Probably
obviously
be
means
here in the next day or two.
more to you than it does me. Keith, the Danny 21700 is superb. X1, yeah, 21700. Matt Benson says 3 buttons as well, which helps. Rickster still loves his True Tank. I won off the competition on here. Just a great... Well, that goes to prove 2 things. That when I have a competition, I do actually post the products out. And that wasn't a dig at anybody in particular. God, there's been some bloody vape drama, isn't there, lately? Oh, my word.
I'll get into that. We don't do drama.
We don't do drama. Carlsberg don't do drama, but if they did.
If they did.
Lynn still uses his True Tank every day. Andy still uses his True Tank. Same on the True Tank. It's the only tank I own. Rest are all RDA. Wow, that's incredible, really, that you'd have all RDAs apart from one True Tank. So that's nice, Andy. Thank you.
Yeah. That's pretty good going then, isn't it?
Yeah, Pav likes his paranormal.
I'm just catching up with you.
Yeah, Tetley man. I mean, I always think. I'll put that comment up there. This will reinforce it. Subconsciously, you vape. I've got all this stuff around me, but you don't even think about it. You vape what you like in here. You're not even thinking. So I've got. Yeah. This sitting beside me, and I've got the Purity Plus sitting beside me. What have I been vaping all through the show is my True Tank. It's just what I've been using. So, yeah, I think you do... Have you ever noticed that, Jay? I was talking about this the other week.
Yeah.
You don't even know you're doing it. You just... In fact, I'm going to move that one out of the way, so there'll be a different one. Let's go with the easy mod. But yeah, you do, and you don't even realise you're doing it. But try it. Put 3 or 4 mods beside your chair and just try it, and you'll find that you end up just using the one. Yeah.
Because I like them all for different reasons, the ones I've got for different reasons. Sometimes it's the aesthetics, they look pretty. Sometimes it's just like a workhorse. Like my DNA Paranormal's just a workhorse for me.
Right, Asphodel has sent me... Oh, he sent it on the Facebook page. How do I get that? Hang on. See if we can show this. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's nice though, isn't it? Oh, God. Someone else sending me pictures as well now. Yeah. Let's see if I can blow that up a little bit. That's the picture.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
That is nice.
See, Smock brought one out like that, but it never got released in the end. The little 40-watt one. Do you remember? It was like that style pipe. Did you see it? It was a little 40-watt, built-in battery, adjustable screen on it, and that very similar style.
And there's another picture. You don't need to see me on there, but the reflection of me.
Brush stainless steel. That's me all over. That is. It's steampunk. I like my steampunky stuff.
No, that's someone else sent to me. That's my accountant. He's coming here tomorrow. The good news is that my accounts are all ready for him. Yeah, they're nice. They're nice. Hang on. See if I can get... No, in fact, I'll do them picture by picture. Let's open that one up. Like that.
Oh, yeah, that's very nice, that, isn't it?
Yeah, like that.
It's very nice.
I'm quite lucky, though. No one sent me a rude picture, have they?
That's good, isn't it? Yeah, that's very nice, that
show this one, Naturevape, if you dare. Right, I'm going to have to shut the phone down now. So, put that down now. Put it on silent. I just heard it. Oh, and I've got a couple of pipes here. But that, I never did really like. That's the Smock.
The button was in the wrong place for me on that.
Yeah, and it's the plastic. Hang on.
It's the Guardian, isn't it?
Yeah, Guardian. I've actually.
The one I really liked that they did. Do you remember the Guardian 2 that had the wheel on the top for turning the power up and down?
Yeah, I had a load of those, and that was part of. I might have mentioned this before. I got scammed on the site. The credit card fraud, and they managed to get about $5,000 off me before I realised what was going on. And they bought nearly all those Smock pipes, but I've still got one for myself somewhere. But they had a click, click, click on the top, and I think you pressed it once.
The battery light was shocking on it, but it was so nice in the hand.
It was,
button on it,
yeah,
wasn't it? Yeah.
And I've shown this before. This is the Kerr Fanis pipe, a little chip. But the bad side of this is that there's positive up, I think. And one day I had it in the same pocket as my keys, and the keys to there, and it.
Right.
I think actually somewhere.
Killed.
Yeah. Oh, it did get hot. It did get really hot. So.
Is it dead?
No. It still works. Still works.
Because if it's dead, send it me. I'll stick a click set in it.
No. It still works. No, you're not having it.
No, I'll send it back.
I know. Yeah, they're in the battery in this one at the minute, and that was the other thing, to put a battery in. It's this flat top that you can only sort of paddle with your fingers, really. Anyway, where do we get to? Lynn Smith, you're a proper mouth to lung. Oh, that's Keith. The finish on the LV Triad is terrible, rubbed off even though I hardly used it. And subvids, buy all. Well, buy subvids. Thanks for popping in. Grumpy old vape. Got a lost vape Theron DNA 75C on my vape bench, which I used to build on. Nice and accurate for my mix. Yeah, that's another use for it. And Tetley Man, oh there you go, it's Kieran. Tetley Man, you won't regret buying one. Tetley Man, I have true 2 tanks, best tank I had. Thank you, Pav. I know Pav likes it because we met at Expo and he had it in his hand using it, so you can't hide that thing, can you?
No.
Well, I'm confident, Tetley Man, that he said he couldn't see past his vape fly galaxies from mouth to lung. I'm confident that the True Tank will be a step up from that. That's I said it. I don't care.
Probably.
The screen on my Paranormal 250C never been good. In fact, I would say it's shite. I think it's Salford. Black and go. Oh, G class.
You can't change the screen on it. You can change different themes and that.
You don't ever hear about the G class anymore, do you? Erkson Vapor has just mentioned.
One up there on the shelf.
I never had the G class. I looked at it. Everyone at one point was G class. So I thought I'm not having one purely because, you know, it's a bit like the old having an XR3i years ago. You know, everyone's got one.
The only problem with it is the paint quality on it was terrible. The finish on it just wears off so quickly.
Yeah. What's this Salford's put on it? Naturevape. So you mean like how I have my Smock Guardian set up then? Yeah, because Salford's got a right long, like,
Gandalf style. Isn't it?
That's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Lynn says he's enjoying he's talking to Keith, but he's enjoying the Asgard Mini 25mm RDA and the blank RDA for direct lung.
I've heard good things about both of those. A lot of people like those.
And Asphodel's apologised and he's in France and never used it. Asphodel, I just appreciate you sending it. Thank you. I soon found it. That's okay, not a problem. And Keith, yeah, he's hooked on his billet boxes at the moment. It is my fault. Yeah, he's well hooked on those.
They are simple though, aren't they? You lob it in and away you go, innit?
I haven't bought mine up today, the billet box. I've usually got it, it's down beside my chair with the, what have we got in that, the crossbow, which I normally have. And but yeah, I haven't bought it up tonight. Let's put Pav's comment up. He's got a sensible one. Not that he's not ever sensible. Didn't the Philippines just put restriction on? That's been going for some time, the Philippines, hasn't it? I wonder if it will have effect on the market. There was a lot of interesting gear coming out from the Philippines, especially higher end. I don't know, because if they can still sell it, can't they? Because it's probably not people in the Philippines buying it. It's probably people in the UK or Canada or America, wherever. So they'll probably still produce it, even if they can't have it there. A bit like Turkey. What are the names of the the tanks in Turkey? Vaping's illegal there, but they still make them. And what's it?
Yeah, I think I know the one you mean.
I want to say the pistachio, and it wasn't. It's up there. Can't remember, but anyway, they produce tanks there, and it's illegal in Turkey. I've had so many people order that I had to put a stop on Turkey in the end and block it. But there's so many people ordered the True Tank, and they all came rolling back. They just wouldn't let them through customs. Yeah, and Keith says full ban. Yeah, they have done a full ban. I think that was a little while ago, though, wasn't it? Vaping, or was it vaping in public to start with? Now it's a full ban.
Vaping in public, wasn't it, over there? And yet you can sit in a hookah bar.
Yeah. Asphodel, sent the pics on Facebook. Yeah, I saw that and I showed them. Asphodel, that's me. I'm behind on chat. Laurie, I only used the True Tank. I did have another company that approached me very recently asking this. They really want to do another tank with me. So I don't know, maybe.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, they're really keen to work with me with another tank. Yeah, Grumpy, seen that. Thank you. Like that as well. I showed that on the screen. That's because I'm so far behind on chat. As for that, kind of steampunkish. Yeah. Kieran, I knew he liked this tank, and someone asked me about it the other day. They said it's not very good, is it? The Skyline. The Skyline, if you can find one, is a superb little tank. Really is, and I know it's one of Kieran's favourites.
I've got a copper vape clone one with the shorty kit. And
you got the drop kit on it as well. Yeah, it looks nice with that drop kit, doesn't it?
It's full of old manky juice. It's clean, but
there you go. Goodbye, Laurie. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you've settled in well in Kenya. Laurie's been off for a little while. She's had a little bit of surgery, and she's had to stay in this country for 6 months. I know she's been pining to get back to Kenya. Keith. Well done, Keith. He's put Mark in capitals, so I knew it was a question for me. Is it true a coil of, say, 1.2 ohms uses more battery than, say, 0.6 ohms? No, it's the other way around.
It's the other way around, yeah.
No, the lower the ohms, the more... If you think about it like this, Keith, a point... So start at 1.2 then. Start at 1.2 and work your way down. 0.6, 0.5, 0.4. Eventually you will get to basically a short. Is that right?
Yeah.
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 So
0.00. Direct short infinity.
You will get to a short. So the lower the ohms, the more wattage you'll need off your mod to power it. So if you've...
And most importantly, more amps being pulled from your batteries the lower you go.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Sulphur's just sent me a picture as well. Now it pinged on the screen.
Here comes the rude ones.
It's probably in with a wig. Yeah, so like typically, what have I got in here? I've got a 1 ohm coil roughly, 0.97, and I'm vaping that at 13 watts. If it will tune in, come on, up you come. There you go, 0.97 ohm, and I'm vaping that at 13 watts. If that was a 0.6 ohm coil, I would have to be vaping that probably more like 30 watts, I would have said.
Yeah.
So hopefully, Keith, I've answered your question, and as always, there's no such thing as a silly question. You know that
Exactly.
Answers are good. People saying goodnight to Laurie. Oh, Laurie, did you see? And she'll watch tomorrow to get the answer to Keith's question. So she was unsure as well. So good. Grumpy. He's put, Pav, it's all up there in the air at the Philippines at the moment. Only verbal instruction to ban vaping in public and ban import of vaping gear. Yes, it's sad, isn't it? It's sad. Rickstar, what's Rickstar put? Must say, Mark, the only coils I use are yours. For some reason your coils give zero spitback compared to the rest. What's your secret? Which... Are you talking about the little pro coils, or are you talking about the pre-called wires? Not sure. Not me, Astra GTE Mark 1. I think that's in relation to my XR3i comment, wasn't it? Oh God, no. Everyone's putting their old... You see, even at that time, everyone did have XR3Is, and I just wanted something different, and I bought the little Cherry Turbo, Nissan Cherry Turbo.
Oh, the Nissan Cherry. Oh, I remember those.
And I loved that car. And sometimes it had the ECU thing under the passenger seat, and if someone got in and hit it with a heel, it would sort of buh. So just move, give it another kick, it'll be alright. Woo, off we go again.
Give it a wiggle and away you go again.
Yeah. Wayne. Wow, really, Mark, I love the Galaxies, especially for dialing in the airflow. I'm not saying the Galaxies isn't a good tank. It is a good little tank, but I've used both, and I've had a lot of customers use both, and normally the True Tank will be the favourite of the two. And Rickster says the G class is overrated. Only one that doesn't wear is the gold, but it's way overpriced, and I'd rather have a Wild Wolf. Yeah, I really like the Wild Wolf. That's the H cigar one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a nice mod. It's got a nice sort of like rubberized feel to it, hasn't it?
Yeah, I loved it, and I think we might still. Did I take them off the site? I think they're pretty much all gone now. But yeah, they're really good. We've sold
loads of those.
Yeah, they were good. And one or two people said they had problems. I never had any problems with them. I think I had one back, and that was soaked, absolutely drenched.
Drenched in juice.
Well, it weren't juice, actually. He sent it back, and I said, what have you done to it? It's drenched. And he said it fell in the swimming pool, but I wondered if you could help me. You can't blame the mod for that, can you? And Pav says he hopes export will be allowed. Some really pretty. I think export. I don't think it'll be a problem. You can send out what you like, can't you?
Yeah.
It's the country receiving it that has the problem.
They go funky with it, don't they?
Oh, Rufus, are they really? Atmazoo are coming out with a new billet box bridge.
Ooh.
I have to have a look at that. See, you lot will get to hear before I do.
Yeah, the Fakir mods are rather nice.
They are nice, aren't they?
Yes. Yeah, because they do a die codes, don't they? Side by side.
Yeah. I was just reading Wayne's comment as well. All out ban on the goods. Yeah, it's goods in the country, Wayne, as you quite rightly say. I don't think export. Thank you, Justin. Penadat.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to remember. Made in Turkey. Yeah, they sent me one, and they sent me two actually, and they asked me to pass one over to Vic Mullin.
Yeah.
Vaping with Vic. Yeah, Wayne, Australia's going through the same. And what is it all about? Oh, Fakir's mods had to leave Turkey and go to Bulgaria. I didn't know that, Matt. That's what you were referring to, was it? Joe, you're ahead of chat again, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm trying to keep with you, sort of thing, because he's scrolling quick, and I'm trying to scroll back.
I'll get you to slow down. That's not a problem. Tell her what a cape on for Christmas dinner. Oh right, I'll have a look at that as well, Matt. He says that the Illusion D mod is stunning.
Yeah, do you know why I think you'll like it? There's one reason. It's like the wooden version of that.
Oh, is it? Right, yeah. I've seen the Fakir's mods, and yeah, they are nice. But they're...
It's got the board on the bottom as well, the screen.
Right, okay. Yeah. Did they do a mech as well? They did a mech,
they did 18500, 18350 and an 18650 version. They had 21700, I think.
But it wasn't a true mech, was it? Didn't it have wiring in it or something?
It had wire in it. That argument will go on forever.
Right, okay.
It's still mechanical in my eyes because a strip of copper's still a wire, isn't it?
Well, it is, correct. Yeah. And the world is flat, you know that, don't you?
Yeah.
Salford sent me a picture on Twitter. Okay, let's have a look, Salford. Salford in his underpants coming up. I haven't got anything here. Yes, I have. What is... There you go.
Trying to work out what it was then.
Oh, bless you, Dave. See, all that rude things I've been saying, you can just work it out what it is. It's the True Tank, and he's put a message on the VC. I still use mine. And live picture of us two in the background. Nice. Thank you, David. And he says he doesn't do rude pics. He's a gent. Rickster, thicker the wire, the more power you need to heat it up. Best way to... Yeah, and that's another way of working it out, Rickster. Yeah, it's like the... Oh, I did hear a really good explanation of that once. It's like the... Go on, take over. Resistance.
It's like flowing rivers and all that malarkey,
correct,
isn't
it? Flowing rivers, yeah.
If you've got a thinner river, if you've got a thinner pipe, it's going to increase the flow but decrease how much you get out of the end of it and all that malarkey. Yeah. Basically, the higher the ohms number, the less power you're using out your battery. So it doesn't need as much.
And Keith says that the reason he's asking is because he saw something I saw on YouTube the other day said about more draw on higher ohm. Well, I don't know who said that, Keith, but I can assure you they're wrong. So
it's dependent on a lot of stuff, but pretty much with vaping, it's like that. It's not like that. But with something like a fire, it's different again, isn't it? Because it's like you've got more voltage So you need a higher resistance and yeah.
Oh
Gets
right, and then
complicated.
he's answered and
Yeah.
oh
Gets
right, and then
complicated.
he's answered Rickster. Actually, that might be what he got mixed up. I wouldn't have thought anyone that I mean,
No.
I know Keith quite well, and he doesn't watch normally silly reviews. He'll normally pick
Yeah.
a half tidy reviewer, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought it was a problem there. Oh, and AV said Kieran. He said, I think I know what you saw. Had me scratching my head as well. Fair enough. Don't know. But anyway, I can assure you what we've told you tonight is correct. Neil Roberts, good evening. So, yeah, you are late. We're about to finish in about a quarter now.
Yes, you have 15 minutes left.
And Rick, so this is about the coils. Talking about your NI80 alien coils, most of them just pop all the time. Yours don't. Guess they're just well made. Yeah, it's partly that, and there's a lot of alien coils, and you might relate to this, Jay, that people will tell you they're alien coils, and they're not. They're just Claptons.
No.
Ours are a proper alien coil, and yeah,
an alien should have an S in it.
Yeah,
shouldn't it?
And yes, they are. I'm quite proud of those coils. So yeah, they are well made. So good, and I'm glad you like them. Salford.
I'd just seen it now. I'm catching up.
It's called a Datsun cherry when I was a lad. They were Datsuns, weren't they? Because there was that old joke about it's raining Datsun cogs, wasn't there?
Yeah, Datsun cogs.
Yeah, when something about a plane flew over and all this Datsun stuff flew over. Oh, that's an old one, that one. Spectre, good evening from the US. Yeah, Spectre joins us from time to time. Getting a very, very nice vape from the Artery Pal Stick. I bought 3 over the past weekend. Cheers to you all. Brilliant. Nice. And have you seen Spectre? I know you're in the States, but they will have them there. That's the Artery Nugget all in one. I'm hoping to do a review on this tomorrow. And I know you watch my reviews. A little tank there. And a rebuildable
I like
head.
the way that does that on the magnet. I think that's great. I love stuff like that.
It is good, isn't it? I think there's something about magnets. I've always had a thing about magnets.
Yeah, magnets are cool.
Asphodato's talking to Rickster about the coils. And Kieran saying hello to Spectre. Spectre, what's this? I've just been teaching Vapor Saggins Cockney rhyming slang. What? What? We can hear Mark's Owens just worked better than any others I've tried. And then there's, I don't know, loads of chat. I can scroll down. We'll catch up in a minute. Still going on about the coils. Daniel says, I agree, Rickster. Been buying coils from every corner of the internet for years and Mark's below them out of the water. Even these ones that sell for £10. Yeah, and there are some of these coils, aren't they, a price? They really are.
I mean, to be fair, some of them are beautifully done. Some of them are so, there's a lot of time spent on them, isn't there?
Oh, yeah,
they get ages, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, but they are a lot of money. Kieran, the world is flat, balanced on backs of 4 elephants which stand on the back of a giant turtle. There are, funnily enough, I was talking to Daniel about this one day, and there are people that are still saying that the Earth is flat, the world's flat, aren't they? So I don't know how they can actually say that. That one baffles me.
Yeah, I
know. Matt Benson, did he mean tighter draw on the higher ohm, i.e. mouth to lungs, smaller airflow?
Possible.
Salford hose pipe, that should have been. What did he put then? Oh, house pip analogy been used for the last 70 years for resistance. Are you getting tired, Salford? You spelt resistance wrong, pip wrong. I must stop picking on David. He loves it, really. I know he does.
He loves the bants. He loves the bants.
Rickster, yeah, even Chris Grimes' aliens can't touch Mark's coil. I'm not reading that out. I'm not causing more drama. I just did read it out, didn't I? I'm not putting it on the screen.
Chris does make some bloody nice coils, fair play to him, mind.
Yeah, I think he does. Yeah. Rufus says he's going to have to try some. China likes to put... Oh, right, yeah. Put that one up there, Asphodel. China likes to put the name alien on flat wire that's wrapped. Or as Mark just said, simply... Yeah, it's right. They do, and... You know,
they call it a fused Clapton and alien, don't they, and stuff like that.
Talk about confusing for the public, though, isn't it? You know, when you think you're buying an alien and you end up with this coil and think, well, what's this? This is nothing special. It's the same as the other one I bought. You know, so... Thank you, Spectre. Yeah, I'm hoping to do that tomorrow. I am aware that I've not done many reviews lately. I'll keep doing the live show. I'll try and keep that going once a week, but I have had so much time and energy spent on this website. But that is done now, so I can now focus a bit more on other things. And Daniel said, if I love magnets, you'll love the Daniel sent me a link to a video. So he was talking about it earlier, something about this. I haven't seen it yet. But I will. Spectre, the world isn't flat. Oh, you know, I've only just gone and done it, you know. I've only just gone and caught up with chat.
You caught up, mate. You caught up. We've caught up.
I'm there. Well done, mate. That's because everyone's got bored of me reading through chat. So, how come we got 43 people watching and only 27 thumbs up? What's that all about?
Yeah, come on. Get all those thumbs up going, guys.
Yeah, you're right, David. Naturevape, brain and fingers don't work together. Plus, predictive text on the phone doesn't help while you're still watching. Yeah, I know. The predictive text thing, some of that, you just think... You end up talking to your phone, don't you? It's like, if I'd have meant to put that, I'd have typed that. You know, it's changed what you've put entirely. Yeah, and Daniel's just put it on there as well. Thank you, Daniel. Put that one on the screen.
Cheers, bud.
Yeah, so what else have I done this week? We bought a new label printer because we want a WLAN, is it? A Wi-Fi label printer, so we could be in one room, basically print and it would spit out in the other room.
Yeah.
That was 5 hours of my life wasted on Saturday, and Tina. We both.
Was it like programming a Chinese VHS recorder?
The bizarre thing is, it works with Mac, but you have to set it up on Windows. Why would that be?
Yeah, sounds about right.
And we have got an old Windows laptop, but we never use it. So, it was a nightmare. So,
of course, you fired that up and it just updated Windows like in 6 hours. Yeah.
But Tina sorted it out with their help guy on the phone yesterday, and I think it was yesterday when I got home. And she said, it's all working, he's done it with me, he shared my screen, we're all good. I said, oh, fantastic, good, that's saved me a lot of stress, that's fantastic. And about an hour later, you get a green light when you're connected to the broadband. And about an hour later, it went red, ping, it's not connected anymore. I said, do you know what, so they ain't had it back. And it was a lot of money, it was 300 and something. Lot of money.
Yeah, they're not cheap. They are not cheap.
That was a Zebra. So, but our old Zebra one, which we use with a USB, has been faultless. I had it about 4 years. It can't fault it. It's never missed a beat. Never missed a beat. What's Grumpy put here? Enough of my printer. I just thought I'd share that useless information with everybody. If the world was flat, cats would knock everything off the edge.
They probably would.
Oh dear. And that's what I'll say. Yeah, the first thing he does is a inspector. I've really got everyone talking about that. I should have kept that up and just said the world is flat. And got people right fiery in chat then. Well, I think that time is coming. 21:54 according to that at the top. So I usually go to about 10 o'clock. Anyone else got any quick questions before we call it a day? Or have you got anything, Jay, that you'd like to talk about?
I haven't got anything at the minute, no.
No?
Not at the minute, no.
God, I've got a dry throat. I've been talking to
Well, at the minute, I've got a few mods that are possibly in the pipeline. I've still got to do the mod that I've got in my head up there. Cause I've got a nice block of American black walnut up there, and I've got ideas for that.
Right. So, sorry, just putting something on the screen there. So, have you got a lot of the sort of the woodworking kit to do that then, or?
No, none of it. That's why the way I'm doing it is different.
Ooh. So how's this going to work then?
Basically, I'm going to get a second-hand pillar drill,
right,
and turn it into a mill.
Right. Okay.
Into a milling machine, basically.
I would have thought a man like yourself would have had a CNC.
No, I don't want a CNC.
No.
I like to do things manually, and I know where I am then.
Right.
Because if I let a computer do it, I'll get it all nice and pretty on the picture, and then it'll go over there and go like that, and I'll be like, no, bugger it. I've just scrapped a lovely bit of wood.
Your drill bit will ping across the room.
When you've got...
Oh, has he gone?
Basically, I'm just going to cut down the tube at the back so it's shorter, and I get a table from a milling machine and then put that on the bottom and basically do the same thing. But it'll be slow, but it's only for like cutting holes out for switches and stuff.
Have you got a workshop or not?
No.
Right.
I've got an old desk there where I do everything on.
Right.
The best bit of kit I ever bought, a cheap, about 50 quid Einheil cordless drill, and that's all I use. That and a Dremel. I'm a soldering iron.
I was going to say, if you had a workshop, the best bit of kit I think I've ever bought for like woodwork is something called a wood rat, and it's basically it's like a milling machine but with a router on top, and you're in control north south, and there's like a windy handle to bring the bar across. Brilliant thing.
Well, I was actually going to build one of those.
Were you?
But I thought I'd use a pillar drill because I was going to put something together using like a cheap plunge router, palm router. I was going to use one of them instead and do a similar sort of thing. But I thought it's easier to use the bench drill because it's already got the Y.
Yeah.
And then I just need the X and the S, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, the X and the Z even. Yeah.
But you want a router
you've already got
for
one
the
of them.
speed. A drill won't be quick enough. You need a router, don't you?
It has got adjustable. I can wang it right up.
Right.
It's got like the belt on the top.
Oh right, I know what you mean. Yeah.
It's like 5 speed. It is. You can wang it right up.
Yeah, I think there was a question for you there. Where did I see it?
What's that?
Where did I see it? Something about lipos.
Oh yeah. Can you repair lipo? Jim Mills. It was.
Jim Mills.
Yeah.
Where have I gone past that? It's gone off my screen. What's that? Read it out then. And well, you can answer it. The question's for you. Yeah. Oh, there it is.
Can you repair LiPos as well as normally battery mods? It depends on what the LiPo is, because some of them are made for that specific mod and you can't find them. That's the biggest problem. And they don't have any specs on them at all on the sides. Depends what it is, Jim. Depends what it is, mate. In reality, possibly no, but possibly yes.
Right.
It just depends. It just depends.
Thanks, Daniel. Thanks, Kieran. Sulphur's off now. Naturevape, Mark, if the earth is flat, why do I have to walk uphill? That's a good question. Matt Benson, is a billet box worth it? Why is it better than a normal mod tank setup? They're quite expensive. It's yes, they are quite expensive, but it's a billet box. It's just that I've got one of the early ones here. This is the slidey. Where's my camera? Slidey one.
The old slide door one, yeah.
Yeah, with the 2 batteries in the bottom. But they are just a tactile little thing. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean? And it's just, I think you've got to have one to understand it. Probably, Keith Parker in chat. He's only just got into them, and he's in love with billet boxes. And
I think it's the way it is in your hands, the amount of different coils, whether stock coil or rebuildable options there are to find that perfect vape, isn't it? I think that's what it is.
Billet box is only as good as the bridge you put in it. Perfect, yeah. It is. You're spot on. It really is. That's from Rufus. And Wayne, Mark, you put the C in chill. C in chill. I suppose that's because of a hill.
Yeah.
Are we back to the flat? There you go. There's Keith. I really like the vape off my billet box. The Rufus again. There. Let's put this one up. They're quality, got an authentic and SXK version. Billet box button on the SXK, not as good, and air holes aren't the same size. But yeah, I mean, a lot of difference in the price, and I don't, I'm not saying for 1 minute that the SXK one is quite at the standard of a genuine one, but there is a lot of, the price point is a lot, there's a lot of space between there. But I always think, get back to the old clone argument, why not try the SXK one? If you love the billet box and think, I've just got to have an original, at least you know what you're letting yourself in for. Saying that, if you buy an original,
it comes with three options straight out of the box, doesn't it? You've got your Nautilus bridge, you've got your Kanga bridge, and then you've got the rebuildable, haven't you?
Yeah, the little rebuildable that comes with it is fairly panto, isn't it?
Well, it's the old
Kanga thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, Tank Mini.
Or if you buy the genuine one, if you are that sort of person, you prefer to have all genuine stuff, and you don't like it, you will find with a billet box you can sell it quite quickly and get quite a lot of your money back. You won't lose a fortune. Keith, RBA make the bit. Yes, that's right, they do. It's the things for me. It's the vape shell I like. I like the crossbow in there. I quite like the Insider as well, and the Zeta. They're all quite good. It depends on your vaping.
They're all slightly different in the way they work and the way they vape as well, aren't they?
Yeah. Keith, I'll definitely get a billet box. But do you think Keith's a fan? Billet boxes?
I think he might be. See, I've had one now. My mate blagged it off me because he wanted one. And I'd buy a real one if one came up cheap.
Yeah.
If I got one at a reasonable price, then I'd pick a real one up.
And this is a very good comment. I couldn't agree more. Billet boxes are for tinkering. They're for people who like to tinker. If you just like to put a coil in a tank and plonk it on top of a mod, a billet box is not for you. But if you like rebuilding, putting a coil in, wicking it, getting it just right, you like tinkering about, they are perfect for you. We're still on about the earth being flat here. Look, talk about getting going. If the earth was flat, then screws wouldn't roll off my vape bench and disappear into a black hole. Oh dear. 600 plus on Fleabay. Vape shell is good. Never got the Exocet to work well. I prefer the vape shell to the Exocet as well. And Keith, have fun with them. There you go. I've caught up again.
You have to put quite a lot of cotton in the Exocet, don't you? If I remember rightly.
Yes, the Exocet you do. I mean, you can turn it so that you trap the wick a bit, but it's. For me, I like the vape shell. I think the vape shell takes some beating and the crossbow, to be honest. But that does then rely on the wick, the juice being drawn up through into the wick.
Yeah.
Well, we've got 38 thumbs up now. I can't be more happy. Thank you very much for that, everyone.
Thank you very much, guys.
Matt Benson's 600, but there were 225 this weekend at Steam Island. Yeah, 225 for a genuine billet box. That's good, isn't it?
That's a good price.
I bet they're all gone.
Price.
I bet they're all sold.
Yeah, don't look at billet boxes or vape gear on eBay if you can. Yeah. It's not a good idea.
Or maybe I'm not saying Steam Island have done this. all this Black Friday, Cyber Monday, that's niggled me a bit, because whatever you want that you think, oh God, that's a good price, I've got to get that, they're always out of stock. And it seems to be, I think there's a lot of people, playing up on this, and I think it's almost like, oh well, to gain our Google rankings or whatever, we'll put this up at someone, just put it out of stock till Tuesday, and we'll put them back in stock again. I'm convinced of it, and I haven't. I never have got involved with Black Friday, Cyber Monday. I just think it's a lot of it is false. Put me right by all means, and there are some good deals out there, guys. Don't get me wrong, but there's be careful, because there's an awful lot. You'll buy just as cheap next Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah, a lot of people say the Zeta is really good.
Yeah, the Zeta is good. Yeah. Thank you, Spectre. Right, okay, well, we've gone past 10 o'clock now, so we've filled that space in quite well. We don't have to run till 10, we can go early, but I don't like to normally. So, Jay, would you like to say your goodbyes?
Right, guys, we're off skis. Thanks for watching, and see you later.
Is that it? That's a manky old
short and sweet, isn't it?
That's a manky old goodbye, isn't it? Well, I'll do one a little bit better. Oh, it's Iggy, look, Iggy in chat. Oh my word, Iggy. That's what, you can't ask a question like that at the end when we're going. That'll take ages to answer. Best single coil RTA. Iggy, can you do me a favour? Say that one for next week, and and think. You're talking? I presume you're talking direct lung on that. I would have thought, but we need to know a bit more, and we've run out of time, I'm afraid, tonight. So, thanks everyone in chat. Your questions tonight have been superb. Really enjoyed some of them. I was just reading some of that going up there. Jay, thanks as ever for popping on again.
No.
You've been on the last sort of couple of weeks now. Is it 2 or 3?
3, innit?
3
or 4.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
So hopefully, if you come on again, you'll get your internet sorted out.
I don't know what's going on with it tonight. It's usually pretty damn good, like.
Yeah. So on Iggy, I see you've had a few answers in chat as well, so maybe that's helped you. So thanks everyone. Your comments have been great. I've enjoyed tonight as always. Until next time, thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon next Tuesday, hopefully. It's not the election, is it? No, that's not next Tuesday, is it?
I think so.
No, it's the 10th. Yeah, it's the 10th. We're all right. It's not an election. Don't worry. See you next week, folks. Bye for now.
See you later, guys.